Stop scrolling, this is the matchup everyone in women's college basketball has been waiting for. Number 3 South Carolina. Number 6 LSU. SEC Power. National Spotlight. Championship Energy. And right in the center of it all? MiLaysia Fulwiley. Before we break this down, smash that like button if you love elite women's hoops, subscribe so you don't miss a single breakdown, and drop your score prediction in the comments right now. Is LSU making a statement, or is South Carolina reminding everyone who runs the SEC? This isn't just another ranked matchup. This is swagger versus structure. Fire versus discipline. LSU Tigers women's basketball trying to shake the hierarchy. South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball defending their dominance. The stakes? Massive. The intensity? Off the charts. The spotlight? Blinding. And if Fulwiley explodes under the bright lights, we might be talking about one of the defining moments of the season. Lock in. Buckle up. This one is going to be electric. If you love elite women's college basketball, this is the matchup you've been waiting for. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your final score prediction in the comments right now, because when number 3 South Carolina and number 6 LSU step on the same floor, it's never just another SEC game. It's physical. It's personal. It's powerful. And this time, all eyes are locked on one name, MiLaysia Fulwiley. Can Fulwiley be the spark that helps the LSU Tigers women's basketball make a loud, undeniable statement against the powerhouse that is South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball? This game carries heavyweight energy from the opening tip. On one sideline stands Staley, the architect of South Carolina's dominance. Calm, strategic, and battle-tested, she has built a culture rooted in discipline, defense, and depth. On the other sideline is Mulkey, fiery and fearless, a coach who embraces pressure and thrives when the spotlight burns brightest. When these two meet, it's more than X's and O's, it's a chess match layered with pride and postseason implications. South Carolina enters with its usual identity fully intact. They defend without fouling, rebound like every miss is personal, and rotate waves of talent without losing intensity. They don't rely on one superstar to carry them. They overwhelm you collectively. Their depth wears teams down. Their physicality disrupts rhythm. Their experience shows late in games when possessions tighten and mistakes become fatal. The Gamecocks rarely panic. They absorb runs and respond with structure. LSU, however, doesn't play scared. They attack early in possessions, push tempo, and lean into their swagger. They're comfortable playing fast and confident taking tough shots. But against South Carolina's disciplined defense, isolation basketball won't be enough. Creation under pressure becomes everything. That's where Fulwiley becomes central to the storyline. Fulwiley isn't just a scorer, she's a momentum shifter. She can break defenders down off the dribble, glide into mid-range pull-ups, and finish creatively at the rim. When LSU's offense stalls, she has the ability to manufacture something out of nothing. Against a defense that switches seamlessly and closes out hard, that skill becomes invaluable. The question isn't whether she can score. The question is whether she can do it efficiently and without forcing the issue. South Carolina will likely test her patience. Expect length in her driving lanes and physical contests at the point of attack. The Gamecocks may hedge ball screens aggressively, daring her to make quick reads. They'll try to push her into tough pull-ups rather than allow downhill drives. If Fulwiley forces shots early in the clock, South Carolina will convert those long rebounds into transition points in a flash. If she stays poised, reads help defenders correctly, and picks her spots, she can tilt the floor in LSU's favor. Rebounding might quietly decide everything. South Carolina dominates the glass, turning missed shots into second-chance opportunities that crush momentum. If LSU cannot secure defensive boards, it won't matter how dynamic Fulwiley is offensively. You simply can't win if you're constantly inbounding after putbacks. LSU must box out collectively and immediately push in transition to avoid grinding possessions against a set Gamecock defense. Defensively, Fulwiley's anticipation could be just as important as her scoring. She reads passing lanes well and can create live ball turnovers that ignite fast breaks. A couple of steals leading to transition buckets could energize the Tigers and rattle the tempo South Carolina prefers. Momentum swings matter in games of this magnitude, especially in the final 5 minutes when every possession feels heavier. Bench production will also play a critical role. South Carolina's depth is relentless. When starters rest, their intensity doesn't drop. LSU needs to win or at least survive those non-starter stretches. If Fulwiley's minutes result in positive runs, if LSU is +8 or +10 while she's on the floor, that could shift the outcome dramatically. If the Tigers nearly break even during her stretches, advantage South Carolina. This matchup isn't just about skill. It's about composure. South Carolina has repeatedly shown they can execute late under pressure. LSU has shown they won't back down from anyone. Fulwiley must balance emotion with precision. Too much adrenaline can lead to careless turnovers. Too much hesitation can waste opportunities. Controlled aggression will be her greatest. In the final analysis, if Fulwiley delivers an efficient 18 to 20 points, adds playmaking, and contributes defensively, LSU absolutely has a path to victory. But if South Carolina controls the boards, limits transition opportunities, and forces contested perimeter shots, the Gamecocks likely maintain their edge. Expect this one to come down to the closing stretch, free throws, defensive stops, and one fearless play that shifts the narrative. That play could come from Fulwiley. It could also be swallowed by South Carolina's defensive wall. So what happens? Does Fulwiley rise to the moment and help LSU make a defining statement? Or does South Carolina once again remind everyone why they've owned the conference spotlight? Drop your prediction below. Like the video if you live for these top-tier matchups. Subscribe for more in-depth women's basketball breakdowns. When South Carolina and LSU collide, history tends to follow, and this chapter might be one of the most intense yet. And that's what makes this matchup so special. It's not just about rankings, it's about identity. It's about whether LSU Tigers women's basketball can flip the narrative, or whether South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball once again proves why they set the standard. Will MiLaysia Fulwiley deliver the statement performance LSU needs? Or will South Carolina's depth and discipline shut the door when it matters most? We're about to find out. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like the video, subscribe for more in-depth women's college basketball coverage, and comment your final score prediction below. I want to hear from you, who takes this one and why? Stay locked in, because when the SEC's best collide, history is never far behind.